Alright, so I'm back, and today we're going to take a look at the Make Toys Cross Dimension Striker Manus. They're Super Neo Optimus Prime. So first off, we'll take a look at the box. So you got a nice product shot on the front. I like that. Product shot there. You can do all these things here. Product shot there. Cover, bottom. That's pretty much it for the box. And here he is in his truck mode. Now, I didn't get this guy because I wanted the Prime. I saw it at a local store, and I'm like, I'm very interested in this. I want to see what this is. So as you see, he rolls. This wheel, for whatever reason, isn't rolling. Let's try this side here. Same thing on this side, so this wheel seems like it's a little in there. I don't know if it's maybe supposed to pull out a little bit. I mean, they move fine. He's just not designed for all 6 wheels to roll at once. I don't know. So anyway, so here's this truck mode. As you can see, I kind of feel that this is just a joke, to be completely honest with you. This thing is just atrocious. I hate this truck mode. It's just Neo design / Cybertronian alt modes for me have always I've never liked them, just because of the fact that it's like you can make it look however you want to look, and it's correct even though it doesn't look correct. You know what I mean? MP10 does it better because it looks like an actual truck. The Classics Prime does it better because it looks like an actual truck. But yeah, anyway. So let's get them transformed here. So first off, we'll take these pieces here off. I think you can leave them on for transformation, but we're just going to take them off anyway. Take this piece here off. Set all that off to the side. So like Chug Prime, his wind vein becomes a weapon. And I've only transformed this guy once, so bear with me. I wasn't very interested in transforming it multiple times. So pull these panels here out. It'll fold down like this. Same thing over here. So pull it out. It's tabbed into this little gas can or whatever. Pull that out. Alright. Detach the legs. And then we want to pull this piece here out like this. Rotate this down. And then this piece will fold back over and become the toe. Like that. So again, you want to pull the foot down, open this out, rotate this forward. This will rotate around like this, just like that. Alright. Then we want to take the legs here, and they pull up from here. They're on this double hinge assembly inside there. So you just will pull them up from here, and then it slides up and tabs into place up here. I'm not going to call it the most secure tabbing. It's not bad. It's not rock solid or anything though. Alright, and then we want to pull these pieces here down. Like that. Pull these pieces here out. Oh. Take your little gas can or whatever they are. Pull that back like that. That will free the arm up so you can pull it out and off. Like that. And then flip this here. That reveals the hand. That'll fold down. And then you just kind of bring this down and it folds off to the side of his arm like that. So we want to do the same thing over here. So pull this back, pull this assembly out, around. Damn it. Looks like there's a tab here and a slot there, so I'm going to guess we just plug that in. Rotate the arm. Flip out the fist. Rotate. Close it up. So we'll hello, Apollyon shoulders. My God. Alright. Then we want to flip the head up and around, like so. Rotate this assembly here. And then you want to pull these down like this. This will rotate over like this. Right? No, I had it right the first time. Oh, that's why it looks funky. These pieces in here will fold up. It's giving me some trouble. There we go. So flip those up. This. These will fold in. Just back. Somehow. Like that. Beautiful thing. Alright, now we close the chest up like that. Flip these all the way up. Just keep them out of the way. This will come up. This, I believe it cleans up a little bit better. Or not. That'll work. And there is your Make Toys Prime in his bot mode. Alright, so you take this piece here, these will fold up like this, and then you can take this will fold around. You want to slide this out, and then slide this out, and put this this back together. This is really loose, so for this one I just kind of close it up a little bit. It's got the little T slot right there, so I'll slot into his hand here. So he slides it in, and he holds it really well. It's a pretty terrible looking gun. So there's that. You take these pieces here, and they can plug into his shoulders like that to make the smokestacks, which is pretty cool. Or you take them, and they've got the same T slots there, and you slide them into his hand, and you can hold them just fine as little battle axes, which is pretty cool. So while I think the gun is a complete total fail, these little axe things are pretty neat. Only thing I would have liked to see different would be maybe these being more straight instead of angled, and then have the same slot so that you can plug them into as pistols. So let's talk posability here. He's got a lot of it. So the head is on a ball joint, so you get the left and right. Pretty good up, pretty good down, side to side, works pretty well. Shoulders are on those ball joints. Be careful with them, they do have a tendency of popping out, at least on mine. He does have the hinge at the arm, so you can get that posability there. Bicep swivel. There is another hinge in there that you can use, but that's more for transformation, I believe. So bicep swivel, double bend elbows. These pieces, they have a tendency of falling out of position, and when they do, they're really loose. This part is really floppy. When you get it up into position, it's nice and tight, but it has a tendency of not wanting to stay there. And I might be wrong. That might not be another joint there. I think it's just a single jointed elbow. Yeah. Yep, just a single jointed elbow. Hands rotate. He's got the individual pointer finger, and then the bottom 3 are on one knuckle. Waist swivel, ab crunch. Got a pretty good one there. And due to transformation, you kind of get a back as well. Hips, you move things out of the way, they move up, all the way back, out, side swivel, double bend knee, give you full range of motion there. Foot, it's got the rocker and a tilt. So yeah, fairly, very well posed, posability. The question on this guy is, what is he for? What would you use him for? And what purpose does he serve ultimately? Here's my assessment of this particular figure. He's very Neo. So if you're into the Neo design and you're not a fan of, say, like the Chug looking Prime, which has Neo aspects to it, if you're not a fan of him, or you need something bigger and you don't have Orion, then pick this guy up. I know it's a lot of conditions as far as I'm concerned, but this guy's fairly costly, and a lot of those people that have the Neo collection, they've already got Orion, and they probably spent at least $100 on Orion. And he's pretty Neo himself, so it's like, why replace him, because he works just fine. If you don't have Orion, then yes, I do say pick him up, especially since a lot of Neo collectors go with the larger scale Prime and Megatron, so this will fit better with that, and hopefully they'll make a Megatron, unlike Toy World, that will scale with their Optimus. So with any luck, that'll happen. So that's another thing to think about. Now, if you're looking for a bigger Chug Prime than him, I don't think Combine Wars is an option. But if you want the more G1 aesthetics, I'd go with the downsize MP10. That thing is perfect. That is such a great knockoff. That's where I would go myself. But I'm a bigger fan of the old G1 look. I'm not a huge fan of the Neo, although I can sit here and say the Neo has its points. Like if you've got lots of Fans Project figures, you got the Fans Project Dinos you're going with, you got the Fans Project Headmasters, you got the Stunticons, and you got some of the Make Toys guys, Computron, Defensor, Giant, and all that. Then this guy fits better with those than a Classics Prime, or like a G1 Prime, because he's more Neo and more in their aspects. So you got to think of it that way. For me, that is not where my collection is going, so this is not a good fit for me. But that's not saying it's a bad figure. It's the truck mode is just garbage. But the bot mode is pretty spectacular, I will say. Functions really well, looks really good, and I really like him, but I'm gonna sell him myself. I saw him, like I said, I saw him. That's what I hate the most about this Appleseed collectibles that I found, because they have all these like third parties and imports and knockoffs and stuff like that. And it's like, I didn't want to spend the money on this guy. I didn't want to buy this guy. I had no real desire to own him. I wanted to look at him, but since he was there, I was like, I might as well just take a look at this guy. So I did, and I have a feeling this is going to be a very slippery slope for me. The store in general. Anyway, I'm going to give this figure an 8 out of 10. The truck mode is that bad that I'd take 2 points off of it. But his bot mode is pretty spectacular. Scale comparison, I already showed him with the Chug Prime, but just to reiterate, here he is with Chug, guys, and a Seeker. So I'd say, like, if you got the iGear Seekers, this is probably going to fit in just perfect. And I don't have Orion or the Mini MP10 with me, but I would say he's going to scale perfectly with those. So, kind of up to you. And of course, there's already a black one coming. I'm sure that we're going to get the probably a shattered glass version at some point. And then also, just to let you know, or just to show it off, here he is with an MP10, a true MP10, and MP car. So yeah, like I said, I think he looks great. Just not my cup of tea. But he's a pretty good figure. So yeah, there you go.